folks. Oh, excuse me, it's Isabel here. Long time since I've done a video, so my voice is a bit croaky. I've got a couple of videos to try and record today. However, I do have lots of people in the house, so let's see how this goes. The first is really quick, actually. I've got some life stuff to go into, but I'm not going into that today. But we ended up doing an unexpected holiday. We had to cancel our planned holiday this summer, and so we took the chance to have a few days in Whitby. It's somewhere I've been wanting to go for a while, especially since I saw Simon and Sandra going there a long time ago from the Hermit's Cave. And we had a really lovely trip, myself and my family. We visited, for those that don't know, Whitby is a coastal town on the East Yorkshire coast, and it's famous as being the seemingly the inspiration behind for Bram Stoker's Dracula. And actually there's various other books that have some settings there, as it's quite a gothic town. It's set into the cliffs, so there's lots of ups and downs. We were actually very fortunate because it just so happened the weekend we went for 4 nights end of July. It was the Steampunk Festival, so it was fantastic because there were lots of people walking around town in the most wonderful attire. This one guy had the most gorgeous dragon draped around his shoulders. It was really good fun, and we actually went to the steampunk market one morning. Although there were some really beautiful crystals and some really cool funky things there, I didn't spend any money at the steampunk market. My daughter bought a couple of pin badges and charms, but it was just really cool to go and see. We also visited the Abbey on a slightly wetter day, and we did some family fun things like crabbing. But I did get the opportunity to dive into a couple of shops. Oh dear, as predicted, I just got interrupted. We had a lovely time on Monday exploring the beaches, and one of the things in Whitby is it is an area where fossils have been found. We didn't find many on this occasion, but I did pick a couple of stones I really liked. This one on the beach had a really vibrant colour. It's not quite so bright now, but it's quite cool. The sort of red and white quartz is in there. But this one was really lovely. It's got its own little crystal geode in there. I thought that was really cute. The stone itself is not remarkable, but just to turn it over and find this little kind of world of crystal in there, I thought was really cool. We did get some slate that were like hagstones with holes. We're not sure if they were actually created and drilled and used as like fishing weights or something. So I haven't got those to share. To be honest, I can't remember where we put them. But then I did have 5 minutes just to pop into one little shop. I'm not sure if this is one that Sandra and Simon went in, but I found this literally around the corner from the apartment we were staying in, and this was the Whitby Witch. So I thought I'd buy a little something there. There wasn't a lot to entice me, but I did buy this really cool postcard. I thought it was a really cool representation of Whitby, so I really liked that. This is their sort of card from the shop. So they do lots of wax melts, and they candles, and they also do a few other bits and pieces, but they do their own wax melts. So this is what's in here. So I really like this because it came in a lovely little bag with their kind of printed logo on here, printed on both sides. And one of the things that Whitby, the Abbey, was famous for, Hild, who was an early sort of spiritual leader there, and she was an abbess at the Abbey, and there's quite a lot of history and stuff. And this is a set of wax melts, and they have heather, Whitby sea salt, patchouli, elmi and citrus, and obviously I wish it was smellogram. They smell gorgeous. You can see they're really natural. They smell really lovely, so at some point I'm going to get those burnt. I might need a new wax burner actually, because my other one's got some other wax melts. But yeah, they are essential oil blend with a natural coconut rapeseed, and draw on coastal folklore and botanicals to cleanse ground and spiritual, so sort of good for spiritual communication, cleansing. So I thought they were really sweet, and I just like the fact they came in this little bag as well. And then the other thing I got, just to share with you, is a piece of Whitby jet. So Whitby's one of the stones you get is jet. So jet is like a protector stone. It's sort of a fossilized stone. It's kind of ancient wood that's fossilized and solidified. So it's very light. It's very smooth. Very dark. Now, you can buy jet, but a lot of the shops charge a fortune for you to buy it in kind of form. This wasn't expensive, it was only a couple of pounds, and it had this gorgeous little card that tells you about it, and it tells you how to use it and the legend. It's not very easy to read because the writing's really small, but yeah, so it came in this little pouch, and this is the piece of jet. So this is so light, it's really remarkable compared to a lot of stones. And it sort of shines, you can kind of see it. So it's really unusual because, you know, you'd expect that to be a lot heavier than it is, and that's why you know it's kind of jet as opposed to something else. So yeah, just a couple of little bits from our trip to Whitby, yeah, I thought I'd share those with you today. I am going to do a walkthrough now of a deck, but I'll set that as a separate little video. So thanks for joining me just for this really quickie.